Good morning. This is Chris with Grandma's Laces. I have a fun journal to share with you. Now, usually I will decide on a theme, and all my papers are very well rehearsed, well auditioned to all fit and reflect. Then I decided I need to make an actual junk journal. So that's what I've done. I'm not one to do mass making, but I did. So this was one of the mass makes. I did 5 of them. I created the book, first of all. I covered a book. You can hear it with this beautiful Art Nouveau paper. And it's tied with the little ribbons I love. And it's, of course, a gator mark mouth. It's hard for me to make a book that's not a gator mouth. So, and this one is bound with elastic, and you have a little piece of it out here you can hang and dangle. So these are not complete. I took them pretty far, but they're ready for you. You could actually make a beautiful plaque for the front of it. Just imagine what you could do with these colors and this fabric. And then it opens up. We've got some beautiful handmade paper that just kind of reflected the gorgeousness of the Art Nouveau papers. Then inside we've got 2 signatures. Let me pull them apart so you can see there's 2 signatures here. They're both bound with elastic cording. So you could actually pull the signature right out, take it apart, and work on it. So, and this is truly junk, yay. Kind of junk, some of it's still pretty good. So I'll just take you quickly through it. There's a pocket and a card, collaged card. Yeah, this was one of those fun pockets. So nothing was designed for this journal. This was just, I spent about 2 weeks mass making pockets and journal cards. Here, I'll take out one of the large journal cards. Isn't that pretty? That is very old sheet music. I know that for a fact. And beautiful writing spaces on the back. So, and this is, you know, there's a lot of stuff in here already, but I mean, you can really add a lot to it. Anyway, and that's a folder, and this was a fold around pocket that I made. And you can see what's going on that side of it. This is a piece of Edith Holden book page. I'll leave that for you to decorate or do stuff with. I just thought it was beautiful. There's a piece of washi tape over the spine since the papers are so old. A couple of pieces, or 1 piece of avocado dyed paper, and then a belly band with a beautiful, this was a greeting card that someone sent me, so I embossed it and put a piece of plain stained paper on the back of it. So, and it slides right down in here. Another piece of junk was a piece of paper I got from my friend Susan Brown, and she gave me a whole bunch of paper, and I thought, okay, that's junk. It could go in a junk journal, along with this piece of just really pretty, elegant kind of tissue paper. Piece of music, piece of, it actually has new tape, but it looks like it's old, holding together a little paper that was torn there. Piece of vellum, piece of tea stain paper. No, it's not a digital, it's just some sort of handmade paper that I also got from Susan. Finally got to use up some of the papers she gave me. Here's a little journal or ledger page. This one is cardstock, and inside opens up. Cute little tags. Isn't that pretty? You know, I was so happy that it blended. It wasn't made for this, but it's a happy accident. Absolutely a happy accident. So, and there's lines on this side, another piece of tea stain paper. Here's from the cover of a piece of very old music, and it's reinforced here and there with washi tape. On this side of it is a pocket, and you can slide something behind it. Over here, I was way out of my comfort zone with making this, just like, well, I don't know if that would work, but it works. Anyway, just thumbing through pockets, more paper. Looks like we're on the back side of the first signature. Yep, back side of the first. Lots and lots of space for you to finish up in here, make more things. The other side of that Edith Holden, and a nice piece of purplish cardstock. I did a little stenciling, a couple pockets. I loved making these little pockets. I mass made a whole bunch of them. And a long journal card, pretty belly band, more stenciling, just a little cut and paste. And this was I decided to use this paper, digital, for the cover of the two signatures. So it looks pretty cool, I think, right here. And I love these. I had to search for these flowers. Last year I did one, a doggy journal, and it had cute little dogs that were all like made with collaged paper. So I was able to find them, and I love the way they all look. Anyway, just a beautiful print, and you're welcome to do stuff on the back side of it. Wraparound pocket with just pretty decorated pages. Lyrics and music. I had to cut it down. It was a big folio of music, and I had to cut it down. So, and you can tuck things on this side. Piece of music that's been torn and folded up on this side, so you can make a pocket or a tuck with it. Pretty paper. More of that funny art paper. I guess it was for painting, but you can do whatever you want with it. Another piece of very interesting paper I got from Susan. It just seems to fit in here. We're back to Edith Holden again. I am fortunate to have a number of her old books that I've cut up so many times. Here's a fun envelope with a decoupaged napkin on top of it, and a little journaling card that they weren't made at the same time, but they fit, they work. So it was kind of fun to just go hunting for things instead of creating as I go. Usually I create page by page or spread by spread, but this was like just putting things together. I love this piece of paper. I just think it's gorgeous. I don't know where I got it or what it is, but it even feels a little different. And I had to slice it because I guess it was all torn. But there's that. And then avocado dyed paper. That's the back side of this paper, which I sprayed, I think with tea or just water, but I love how what was printed on this side, because the inkjet printer, and the ink comes through. I just thought that was lovely by itself. So, and then on the center is a cute little full journal book, just a few pages, tea stain, or actually avocado stain. I embossed the paper, and it flips over, and it can come right out. It's easy enough to pull right out. So turning the page, other side of that, I wish I knew where I got that paper. I love it. Anyway, and then a little stenciling back here. I love to get creative with the stencils. I think I used green first, and then that was yellow put on top of the green, but I just love the way it, you couldn't do that on purpose. Anyway, I love it. Little journaling card with places and pockets on both sides. Slides right into this little journaling card pocket. Another cute, and you can see a little design. Edith Holden. Beautiful paper. Another little pocket. You can see I sprinkled water on this one, and the pink came through. Piece of music. There's room to tuck something down there. The back side of the folio, I just thought the rose just looked so beautiful on that. But you can see there's so much room for you to embellish and finish up. Lots of blank pages. In one of the journals I normally create, I would never leave a blank page, but this is a junk journal made for you. Oh, this was a fun one to do too. I used purple and then the yellow in it. Look at all the beautiful colors it turned out. And there we are to the back side. And again, a beautiful piece of the of homemade, handmade, or very organic, with all pieces of flowers and stuff in it. So that's a very big, chunky, fun journal. I don't even remember the name of the book I covered, but it's a covered book, hardbound, beautiful. So there you go. Thanks for looking, and we'll see you next time. God bless.